Okay, children, so we just saw that some plants, such as trees, have strong trunk and they stand erect. So whenever you see the mango trees, neem trees, around you, in our school there are so many neem trees, right? So ashoka trees, if you see apple trees, so these trees, they always stand straight, isn't it? So they are so strong. So the brown colored tree trunk is very very thick and they are very very strong. Okay, that is why they are called trees. Now, others have weak stem. Okay, their stems are little weak. So, others have weak stem and they need support of other plants to rise. Now, there are some types of plants which are weak, children. So, weak means they are so weak that they can't stand straight without the help of other plants, right? And so plants have different shapes and sizes depending on the climate and other conditions. In fact, plants are not only found on land but in water as well. So for example, lotus, this is very important again, children. So you have to underline lotus and water hyacinth. They grow in water. Okay, and if you know more, I told you in the last video to write and show it to me. Okay, so we can see lotus and water hyacinth, they grow in water. Okay, so the sizes and the shapes of the plants depend upon their climatic condition, children. Okay, how is the climate, whether the plants are, what happened, this is an interesting fact, you should know about it. So whenever you see the plants in the desert area where there is a lot of sand and where there is no water, in those areas the plants do not have their leaves, because of the leaves. What happened, there is a process called transpiration. In the transpiration process, what happened, the water gets lost. So because in the water gets lost through the pores of the leaves. Whenever you see the leaves, there are small small pores into it, small small holes into it, and water gets lost through the leaves there. Okay, and through the stem also it gets, water gets lost. But in the desert we all know that there is no water available. So the plants, they do not have leaves only, you know that, because they thought that if there would be leaves, what will happen, all the water which plants are going to suck for their the process of making the food, what will happen, all the water will get lost because of the temperature is so high there. So water will keep losing. So you know what happened, these leaves, they get converted into the spines. So all the cactus, they have spines. Do they have the spines? Thorns, kate, know that. So on the leaves converted into the spines, so there is no more loss of water through the leaves, isn't it? And hence the water gets stored for their use, because there is very less water, so they have to use the less water only, they can't afford to waste water. Yeah, so that is why the cactus has very slender, thin, you can see the cactus, the big plants are not there, but there are some few big plants where they store the water in the tree trunk, right? So children, these are the different stories. So what happened, the sizes of the leaves, the sizes of the plants depend upon the climatic condition, right? So now let's start the root and the shoot system. Children, let me clear first what is root system and what is shoot system. I think you all know what are roots. Do you all know what are roots? Yes, I know you all know. You are very smart children. So, the roots are the part of the plant which remain always the below the ground. Okay? So, the part of the plant which remains below the ground or under the ground, they are called root system. Right? You can see there are roots here. Right? So, why do we need to have the root system? So, we all know. What is this? These are the root system. They are the roots. And the part above the ground, these are the part above the ground and they are called shoot system. Okay. So, the part of the plant below the ground or under the soil is root system. Part of the plant above the soil is shoot system. Okay. So now we are going to study in detail. Okay children. So you can underline the way I am underlining here. There are two basic systems into which plant can be divided. The root and the shoot systems. Okay, now we'll study about the roots. Now please underline. The root is that part of the plant which, this is very important, what is the function of the root system? Which holds it firmly to the soil. So because of the roots only the plants can stand firmly erect. You can see the plant standing straight up. So how the plants can stand straight up? Because of these root system children. So these root systems, they are helping the plants to stand firmly. They do not shake because the roots are firmly holding the soil and standing erect. Okay, it is usually underground. It also helps the plants to absorb food and water from the soil. So there are two functions. What are the two functions of the roots? The first function of the root is it holds it firmly to the soil. Number one, it holds the plant. First, holds the plant firmly. Second one, helps the plant to absorb food and water. Okay. So now children, they have two functions. By looking at this you can just check there are two functions of the root system. What is the first function? First function is holding the plants firmly. Yeah, it holds the plant firmly to the soil. And second, it helps the plant absorb food and water from the soil. Okay, so now you know what is the function of the root system. So you can see here is the root system. This is the root system holding the plants. Yeah, this is holding the whole plant stand erect. So it is holding the plant firmly. This is very important word. Holding the plant firmly. Second one, it helps to absorb. See from here the water gets absorbed. It goes up. The water and food. Water and food. They go up. Okay, for the plants to make the food. Okay, so your root system is very, very, very helpful for the plant. So how it is helpful? It is going to help the plant to stand erect, hold the soil firmly so that plant can stand firm. Second, it absorbs, the root system helps the plant because it's all part of the plant only. It helps the plant to absorb the water and the food from the soil, right? So it goes up. Food and water, it goes up. It absorbs food and water and it goes up. And from where do they absorb food and water? From the soil. Okay, because roots are present in the soil. So from the soil only the water will be absorbed by the roots and food will be absorbed by the roots. It's not actually the food, it's the minerals that you will learn later. It's the minerals that they absorb with the help of roots. So they absorb water and they absorb minerals. It is not the food, children. They are the basic things. Yeah, of course, some of the basic things they absorb from the nutrition, they absorb from the roots only, from the soil only, because they need they need nitrogen. Nitrogen is very, very, very important part of their food, and this nitrogen they absorb through the soil only. Yeah, so not all the food, because most they make their food with the help of water, sunlight, okay, and carbon dioxide. So this is one type of food. The carbohydrate is the food which they make, but the other nourishment they also get through the soil, right? So now we are done with the root system. Let's move to the shoot system, children. So what is shoot system? Shoot system includes, here you can see by mistake there are 2 times include. So once include you can just cut it off. So the shoot system includes that part of the plant which is above the soil. Okay, so below the soil root system, above the soil shoot system. Thus the stem, leaves, flowers and fruits are all parts of the shoot system. Okay, children, so what all comes under the shoot system? Stems, leaves, flowers, fruits, they all comes under shoot system. So you can see in the diagram, children, here in the diagram you can see. So I just told you in the beginning only that below the soil root system, above the soil shoot system. So it's written from the here to here, it is shoot system. So what all comes in the shoot system? It is stem, yeah, then leaf, then flowers, birds and fruits. Okay, so again we'll just revise once more the root system and the shoot system, children. So I'll show you a small video also based on this, so that it will be very, very clear as well again. So we all know that the part below the soil is the root system. Okay, these are the root system, and part above the soil will be the shoot system. And what all comes in the shoot system? In the shoot system you will find the stem, the leaf, flower, birds and the fruits. Okay, children, so I think now you are clear what is a root system, what is the shoot system, what is the function of the root system, how it helps the plants. Okay, so I hope you are clear with now. So next we'll see in the next video.